I call it Friday night sissy fights. Look at that footwork. It was dazzle schoolgirl. Man, he's gay. And to my left, the tyrannical teabagger.
This scale is broke.
What's up, guys? It's your boy, Benny. Some of the most storied moments in American political history come during debates. Presidential debates, Donald Trump telling Hillary Clinton because you'd be in jail, and the Lincoln-Douglas debates, and so on. We need to have more debates in politics. It'd be better to have more debates, even if they just confirm your priors, or maybe people kind of change their minds on things. It's good to have two people honestly, simply debate each other, and that happened last night on Fox News. Now, I love seeing this, and there's a bunch of reactions. We're going to get to them. Donald Trump shared one of the most hilarious memes I've ever seen of this debate, but Gavin Newsom of California and Ron DeSantis of Florida, and I love Florida, and I like Ron DeSantis a lot as governor here in the state of Florida. Moved my family down here, actually, because of the Republican leadership in this state. They debated last night. Again, I want to see more of this. I think it's great. I think we messed up the country when we stopped debating each other politically. And it allows for people to be isolated and their opinions to be isolated. And so we're going to cover some of the top line things that happened during the debate. Ron DeSantis holding up literally a map of San Francisco. Great stuff. Although Gavin Newsom started off with a zinger here, saying neither of us will be the nominee of our party in 2024. Okay, go.
You and President Trump are really trying to light democracy on fire. So, Sean, there are profound differences tonight, and I look forward to engaging them. But there's one thing in closing that we have in common is neither of us will be the nominee for our party in 2024.
Ron DeSantis countered that by saying that Gavin Newsom's own father-in-law fled California to move to Florida. Watch.
I talked to a lot of the people that have moved from California to Florida, and we never used to get people from California to Florida or really anywhere in the East, because why would you leave California? It's got the best weather, great natural forces. Excuse me, sir. But one of the things that I did, I was talking to a gentleman a couple.
Guys, I'm going to let the debate breathe. But it's his turn. Let's take turns.
So I was talking to a fella who had made the move from California to Florida, and he was telling me that Florida is much better governed, safer, better budget, lower taxes, all this stuff. And he's really happy with the quality of life. And then he paused and he said, by the way, I'm Gavin Newsom's father-in-law. So we do count Gavin's in-laws as some of the people that have fled California and come to the state of Florida. And why are we getting people to come? We have a 50-year low in the crime rate. You don't see, in the last 10 years, we've had a 45% decline in homelessness. California's had a 45% increase in homelessness. We back the blue. I was walking the streets of San Francisco a couple months ago, and I had some of the cops in San Francisco do a beeline to come over to me, and I didn't know what they were going to say. And they're like, we want to thank you for standing for law enforcement, because we don't get that support in the state of California. So people understand quality of life matters. They understand that Florida's doing it right, and I can tell you the numbers speak for themselves. We have way more people moving to this state than leaving. Gavin can't say the opposite. More people are leaving California than are moving into California.
DeSantis then held up a sign, the map of San Francisco, showing where every place that human feces had been reported inside of San Francisco, a place that Gavin Newsom used to be the mayor of. Yikes. Great moment. Watch.
Total time, Governor DeSantis, about 2 minutes.
He needs it.
This is a map of San Francisco. There's a lot of plots on that. You may be asking, what is that plotting? Well, this is an app where they plot the human feces that are found on the streets of San Francisco. And you see how almost the whole thing is covered, because that is what has happened in one of the previous greatest cities this country's ever had. Human feces is now a fact of life, except when a communist dictator comes to town. Then they cleaned up the streets.
Gavin Newsom responded by screaming that Ron DeSantis is pronouncing Kamala Harris's name wrong. Who the hell cares? Why is this relevant? Who's saying this talking point? They did this to Tucker Carlson, that he pronounced her name wrong. She pronounces her name wrong. Watch.
We're locked out of school for so long. Joe Biden is in the pocket of the teachers union, and so is Kamala Harris. That's why they fought school openings when he came in there. When they had that in there. Biden came into office and he brought in the teacher union to be able to do all these different things to try to keep the schools closed.
Ron DeSantis then gave Gavin Newsom credit for the freedoms that his state has. Great moment here.
We tried to say that California was the freedom state. I just kind of laugh, like you're locking people down, you're doing all this. But then I thought about it. California does have freedoms that some people don't, that other states don't. You have the freedom to defecate in public in California. You have the freedom to pitch a tent on Sunset Boulevard. You have the freedom to create a homeless encampment under a freeway and even light it on fire. You have the freedom to have an open-air drug market and use drugs. You have the freedom, if you're an illegal alien, to get all these taxpayer benefits. So those are freedoms. They're not the freedoms our founding fathers envisioned, but they have contributed to the destruction of the quality of life in California, and the results speak for themselves. People are leaving the state because they have failed in addressing the homeless population.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, that was some of the top line moments of the debate. What did you think? Did you watch it? I thought it's refreshing to have two up and coming governors, right, having commentary like that. Although, listen, there really is no chance, I think, of Ron DeSantis becoming the nominee for the Republican Party in 2024, based on all available polling information and all available data. And there's no chance of Joe Biden beating Donald Trump in 2024, given what we know now. Donald Trump on Truth Social posted this hysterical meme of the debate. Come on, man. It's just gold. This is just a masterclass in trolling. Watch.
All right, welcome back to Debates That Nobody Really Gives a About. I'm your host, Sean Hannity, and tonight we have the governor of California, Gavin Newsom, and Florida's Governor Ron DeSantis. Let's begin. All right, first question. Have you ever betrayed the greatest president to ever live, President Donald J. Trump?
No.
What kind of question is that? What the hell?
Very simple question, but let's try the next one. Are you a short, insecure little man that likes to wear lifts inside your cowboy boots? Yes or no answer, please.
No.
You know what? My wife bought me those lifts, and I happen to like them. Okay?
He's even using a stepping stool. I can see it from over here.
Governor, we clearly said no step stools. You either get off of it or you're leaving this stage right now.
Okay. Donald Trump. What a legend. Okay, all right, fine. It's really funny. Okay, all right. So here are some of the responses, varying from hilarious to really, really powerful, like Andrew Pollack, one of our friends, who lost his daughter in the Parkland mass shooting here in Florida, saying that Ron DeSantis was not even governor when it happened, but sure as hell glad he became governor shortly after. Ron DeSantis fired the incompetent people responsible and didn't demonize lawful gun owners. Newsom is trash. Newsom's absolutely delusional for thinking it was a good idea to debate DeSantis. Totally delusional, saying, of course, that DeSantis won. People are laughing at the meme. Trump posts his own version of the debate. Okay. I was 100% wrong on this debate. I thought Gavin Newsom would be likable and intelligent. I was incorrect. This is a massacre, says Clay Travis. If this were a boxing match, Newsom's corner would have thrown in the towel a long time ago. DeSantis went up against the Democratic Party and whipped him. It's that simple, says Mark Levin. DeSantis knocked out Newsom. It wasn't even close. Governor Sorbo says, hey, Gavin Newsom, if California is so great, why are your in-laws donating to DeSantis here in Florida? Good point. DeSantis for Attorney General. RFK as director of the CIA. Let him go through everything and declassify. He can be put in charge of the NIH. Vivek as commerce. Real A-list talent all around. Trump's the guy. Sorry, but it's true. Time to come together and win, says Cernovich. I would love to see that. I would love to see that. Mike Lee, our favorite senator, says Ron DeSantis cleaned the floor with Gavin tonight. It wasn't even close, honestly, says Crowder. I don't know if DeSantis could have done much better. DeSantis had a great performance because he had to rely on the truth. Newsom deflected because he had to evade the truth. It's a leg up. Florida's doing much better than California, sure, but that's because DeSantis has done the work as governor. DeSantis is the best Republican governor in my lifetime, period. Okay? He's, you could say something very different. I mean, when it comes to the presidential campaign, that's a totally different ball of beeswax. But as a Republican governor, he's the most accomplished and best Republican governor in my lifetime. That's why I live here. Newsom has a super punchable face. Gavin Newsom should be governor of punchy face land. Okay. Gavin Newsom has sociopathic vibes and one of the most punchable faces I've ever seen. Literally cracking up watching him is oily SOB. Newsom can't be real, says people. James Wood, You have a couple actors in here, right? You have Kevin Sorbo, James Wood. People have made their bones in Hollywood. It's a blessing to have Ron DeSantis. It's a blessing that Ron DeSantis, that California doesn't enforce criminal laws anymore because he murdered Newsom tonight. Metaphorically speaking, James Wood. Gavin Newsom saying, that was fun. I could have kept going. All right. So there you go. Interesting stuff. I like to see it. I like it. I like to see it. I like to see it. I like more of it. I want to see more debates. I want to see more like back and forth. More like people getting knocked around. I think it's good for the country. I think it's good for the nation. I think it's good for us, the people, to see our politicians as human beings, humbled, embarrassed, the poop maps held up to their faces, and to sort of see who they are. I mean, we are a representative democracy, right? We're a representative constitutional republic. And so let's see more of the people who wish to represent us. And more clashes like that, I think, are good. Who do you think won? Let me know in the comment section. Stay based. It's your boy Benny. See ya.